Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi. We're back again. It's that time of us recording. Yeah. We happen to come across a lot on this man who's doing marvelous work. This is MC Menzisto. Menzisto is writing and he's got YouTube videos. We have used one of his videos, on this. We requested at the time. Go subscribe there and please also check him up on Facebook. He's there. But what we did, there's a story that he broke, in a sense, that speaks about Snakho in particular. It is more focusing on Snakho, who's one of the people that were talked about in the case. People who were said to have been shot by Gwabini.
Yes.
In Zungu's testimony. But what we are going to do is to go through this in a translated form, but we are still going to post where the page is and where you can actually get the original story, in a sense of, if you want it in Venek, it's in Zulu.
Yes.
So please go check the page out and subscribe and support such people who are working hard. And that is Menzisto. Is one of those people who are really working hard. This is more like journalism that we should be getting in South Africa, but we don't get. So, like we always do with other papers and whatnot, that right, we come here, we dissect that. So we're going to do that while we also translate it for you, for viewers that are not Zulu speaking.
Yes.
But for those who are Zulu speaking, I would encourage you to actually go and read it from the original source.
Yes, most definitely. It won't be a waste of your time, and you will get it as raw
as it comes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So we have tried though to translate as much as we can
our non-Zulu speakers.
To our non-Zulu speakers, and we have tried not to dilute the story.
No.
Okay, Emily, shoot.
So hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Now this is an update on Zungu's testimony regarding Snakho. Remember him speaking about how he threw the firearm, a revolver, and Zungu was saying, you know what, is that the one you used when you shot at Snakho? And he said, no, that one I threw it at the river.
Yes.
Gwabini.
Yes.
So that the whole conversation just threw off a lot of people off, especially concerning the fact that this man is a police officer and he's talking so casually regarding firearms and crimes being committed and stuff. What is going on? So families of the accused are saying that the Zungu, who is currently testifying in the Meyiwa case, has been bought. Below is an admission letter from hospital in KwaNongoma, KZN, Benedictine Hospital. And the letter shows that Senzo Meyiwa Sibiya, that which is being referred to in court in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case, was admitted in the very same hospital mentioned above on the 14th of April 2017 up until the 2nd of May 2017. That would therefore mean that he stayed for 18 days in the hospital.
Yes.
Now this is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
That he was admitted in 2017 for 18 days from April up until May.
Yes.
So it's very interesting information, and it comes with proof as well.
Yes.
There's a document of the hospital that we're going to show you guys later. It's also on the post. Now, continuing further with the post, he said his reason for being admitted to hospital was that he was mistakenly shot by Gwabini during the Good Friday holidays in 2017.
So we are dwelling on 2017. So this is an incident for those who do not understand, because it does happen that we find people who are sort of confused as to where and how does this. So 2017 was the year in which Snakho Sibiya, right,
Yes.
was shot,
Yes.
allegedly, mistakenly by Gwabini. They are not disputing that, but it did not happen in 2014. Why is this important? Because the conversation that happened between Gwabini and Zungu, it happened on the 26th of October
2014.
2014.
2014.
So this would mean that someone was preempting what is going to happen in the 2017, in the year 2017. But continue, Emil.
He was shot in the villages of Kwanongoma in Sho0t area. The very same Gwabini that shot Snakho is the one who is said to have invited the witness referred to as Zungu, the policeman, at Vosloorus, wherein Zungu met the accused that are alleged to have killed Senzo Meyiwa. The hostel room where Gwabini resided was occupied initially by Snakho's father, who was residing with Sibiya, who is accused number 1.
Now gather this. Do you understand? So Sibiya was residing with Snakho's father. This is the guy who, what was his name?
Which one? Snakho.
Yeah, Snakho's father. He was, do you remember the name Sibiya?
Oh, wasn't that said to have been accused number 5's uncle?
Yes.
It was Sibiya.
Yes, it was Sibiya. Yes.
Yes. It was Sibiya, the surname.
So that could have been the guy that was residing with accused number 1. That's why accused number 1 is related to accused number 5. Yes.
Oh, yes, because they said that accused number 3 at some point also resided with an uncle of accused number 5. So could they have been talking about the same person?
Probably.
And there was also a mention of Sibiya from Zungu's testimony.
Yes.
This is
the name
Sibiya
Sibiya. Forgot the name, but we mentioned it somewhere.
Yes.
Remember when we were analyzing
the details of the court?
Yes.
Yes, there's a Sibiya that was mentioned. So this is Sibiya, the one who was sharing a room, the one that Zungu was talking about. Sure. All right, these families are saying that Zungu, who is a witness in a box currently, is telling a green lie, okay, taking an incident that occurred in 2017 and he's pushing it back to 2014. Zungu's testimony is saying that he was called by Gwabini.
Wait, Emil. I'm trying to adjust to this. The father of Snakho is the one who had a heart attack, right?
Yes.
We're still going to reach there. So that means it's not the same father. It's not the same person. I think accused number 2 was also residing with another Sibiya. Because the father then is still existing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Zungu's testimony is saying that he was called by Gwabini and the 5 accused. He's saying 2 of the 5 accused disappeared at around 8 o'clock at night.
Yes.
This is the very same time where Senzo Meyiwa was shot. Upon returning with guns, they gave them to Gwabini. Amongst those firearms, there was a revolver pistol. He then proceeded to ask Gwabini if the revolver pistol was not the same revolver that accidentally shot Snakho with in the villages. Gwabini answered and said, no, the one that I accidentally shot Snakho with, I threw it in the river.
Yes.
So we are not disputing that this happened.
No, the families are not disputing that this happened.
They're not.
They're in fact narrating the same story. But the only difference that happens is the timeline. This man in a stand is narrating the story that happened in 2014. And this guy in 2014 was a student, high school student, grade 11. You will hear from this.
He had never been to Gauteng.
He had never been in Gauteng and he's never been shot at that time. So 2017, after 3 years or so, right? That's
Yes.
when he gets shot. So that's where the story is not aligning. The story of a witness is saying this happened, is narrating the story that happened in 2014. They are narrating similar story, but a story that happened in 2017.
And they've got proof to back it up.
Yes.
So the families are saying, indeed, Gwabini threw that revolver in the river after the incident of Snakho, which occurred in 2017, not 2014, as Zungu narrated in his testimony. Now, here is a letter from the hospital, which is proof that Snakho was shot in 2017 and not 2014, that is being referred to in the court. I don't know if we should look at the letter.
Yeah, here's the letter.
I'm sure you guys can see on the screen there the date.
Yes,
Is
as you can see, if you can zoom on your smartphone, it has diagnosis there. That says gunshot. I think it's difficult to read the doctor's hand, but it says gunshot.
Yes.
And it tells you when this person was admission date, which is the 14th of April 2017. Discharge on the 2nd of May 2017. That will be 18 days.
18 days.
Yes, that will be 18 days. That man was in the hospital for 18 days. But this incident happened 2017. Admission 2017. Discharge 2017.
Benedictine Hospital, which is where in KwaNongoma, nowhere near Phosphorus.
Yes.
KwaNongoma.
And then we have all this and the signature of a doctor, I think, there. And then there's treatment that was given to this person. So the letter is sort of a proof.
Yeah, that's a hospital document.
It's funny that they still have it, and now it's actually working.
Yeah, ne? So that would mean that Zungu, who is a witness, would have preempted something that was about to happen in 2017 during 2014, right?
Yes.
Sounded like a prophet,
Yes.
like a sangoma or something.
Yes.
Like he could foresee what was going to happen in 2017, and yet he was speaking that it happened in 2014. Wow, what a prophet. Snakho was not shot yet in 2014.
What is interesting is, let's say this letter was to be produced. Now, do we even continue listening
To the lies.
to the evidence that is being
Alleged
given?
lies. Eh,
Because if this letter exists and indeed says that this person was shot once at that time, that's it, 2017. Is anything that comes out of this man's mouth anything to go by from the conversation? Because this man is collaborating a story, he's telling that I even asked this man, is this the same gun? Isn't this the same gun that shot Snakho? And the answer is clear to say, no, the one that shot Snakho, in fact, we threw it in the river. So from there, then, is this man credible?
Taking the events of 2017 and making them sound like they happened in 2014.
Do you see?
So what more twists and turns and
And you know what the
mixing
funny
up.
thing is? The judge said the witness that spoke, that changed on
Buteles.
that spot where they
Yes.
put them.
Ubuteles was
Buteles
testifying
was
for
being
knowing
threatened.
accused number 2,
Yes.
Ubongantanti.
There was that allegation that this man was being threatened. We see things, we just keep quiet. Do we still see things even now? That there is a 2017 letter that is saying that this incident happened on.
2017.
Someone is testifying as if the thing happened on 2014.
The 26th of October. And this whole thing is being spoken of because it happened in Good Friday.
Yes.
Right? So he for some reason, Zungu, it happened in what? In October, right? According to Zungu's testimony, it happened in October of 2014. October, April, October.
No, the happening of the shooting could have happened in any time for that matter. It could have happened in April 2014. But it never happened. That's what matters. It
Not
never
in
happened.
2014.
He's not specifying when it happened in 2014, but it never happened in 2014. That's what matters here. That's the point of debate. It never happened. It does not exist in 2014.
It doesn't exist in 2014. You're right. The activity, this one, it doesn't exist in 2014.
Not unless this man is going to come and say, Gwabini shot this man twice. There's a 2017 and there's a 20.
A medical report.
Do you understand?
That says that.
And that's where the problem is. Because these ones are saying, we have a report that is actually supporting. It's not hearsay. We have a report.
They've got proof and evidence. So he must produce the same thing if he's going to say that. And one has to now wonder that, okay, we are seeing our current presiding officer, our beloved judge, letting a lot of things slide with regards to the witnesses. Now, what would be the outcome with this proof of evidence? Is he still going to let him continue to testify? That is the question now.
Because this is an evidence that these people can take and submit and say, we don't even need to say more.
Should we even continue with this witness?
This witness is not credible. If they submit that and with the proof, should we even say that Uteles was lying then? By changing and twisting, if such stories are coming up and popping out now.
The one who he said was being threatened.
Was he even
Was
threatened?
he even-
And what is very interesting for me is I want to hear what the so-called, I believe, this man are going to say. Then they are here. That's very nice because we are here now.
We're believing during the trial.
Yeah. The story was making sense, right?
Yeah, they said it made sense. They were saying, "Oh, finally we have a witness who's
Credible
going
witness.
to tell us what
So now,
happened."
what do you guys say? Incident of shooting Snakho happened in 2017. And that's where in 2017, not 2014.
Not 2014. At that time,
Are you still gonna say this is outside the case that you need to prove? No.
no.
This man is talking about the revolver that happened, whatever that happened, 2014. Gwabini is saying no. In fact, the families are saying, in fact, we did talk about this thing. It did happen. We didn't take Gwabini to jail because there was a conversation. You'll read that.
I'm going.
We
to
happened
it
to
now.
talk. We resolved the issue within the family.
So Snakho was not shot yet in 2014. At the time, he was a high school student doing grade 11 in Falaza High School in Kwanongoma, Osutu area, next to Enyokeni. He had never went to Gauteng. So Snakho, during that shooting by Gwabini, accidentally survived during that 2017 shooting. In fact, Gwabini was never arrested as families resolved this through talking, as it was an apparent mistake that Snakho was shot by Gwabini. Now, this is very interesting, and it also reminds me of accused number one story, Sibiya, what had happened with the girlfriend when the family narrated the story to MC Menzisto, saying that she was shot. However, the families met up, Batelelana Manzi, and they spoke. And then Jiggy, the case was resurrected, right? And then he was arrested for that case of shooting the girlfriend. Yeah, it was very interesting. So now we are seeing the same thing happen between Gwabini's family and Snakho's family.
It's a pattern.
One would wonder what would happen if perhaps, allegedly, Snakho maybe refused to reopen the case. I'm just asking. I'm just putting a question out there. But the 8th of July 2022, Snakho was shot dead by unknown men when he was now residing in Vosloorus.
Now that makes things even simpler for you, for those who basically that shooting that happened 2017, it never took Snakho's life.
It didn't take his life.
So Snakho survived, even was in Joburg, residing in Vosloorus,
with his life.
in Gauteng. Now that's when he's in Vosloorus. And then 2022, 8th of July,
He was shot
he was shot
by unknown men.
people. So that's what this letter is saying by Menzisto. By the way, go check out the page. It's in Facebook. Check the page out. Here's the handler. It's MC Menzisto Media SA. Very good journalism playing here.
Wow, he was shot dead by unknown men. This is the 8th of July 2022. And this is the time that the case or the trial I think it had already begun in my recollection, because we started talking about it. So yeah, this is some...
The timelines of all this happening, they are actually making one wonder, obviously. But we will leave that to you to actually look, because all that this statement, this narrating of the story is doing is actually whatever that you probably did not know is now in front of you.
So Snakho was shot dead by unknown men when he was now residing in Vosloorus in Gauteng, and these men are unknown till today. Now, as the Senzo Meyiwa case proceeds, Snakho's father in KwaNongoma was shocked to such an extent that he had a heart attack hearing these lies from the Zungu police officer, considering he has no clue as to who shot his son. You will remember that Zungu, who is a witness, was requested by the court to go fetch the handwritten statement, as he said the original statement had no mistakes. The court proceedings was cut short on Friday. He had to fetch it in KwaNongoma. He never returned with such a statement on Monday. Remember that, guys.
These are one of the irregularities that we see here, that after that, it was sort of discussed in passing to say that, okay, it's fine. He never said why. Never said. Do you understand? While when we departed on that day, this man was saying the other statement does not have mistakes that were created by typing. So he was therefore requested to bring such information so that they can deal with such from the original source.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it became, he never said it's a statement, he never said whatnot. Well, we went past that. But if you combine this with this 2017 issue and make your own conclusion as to whether this witness who's standing in this podium is a credible witness or not, we will leave that to you as a listener. And as you go read also to Beziso's page, you'll probably also reach your conclusion. Maybe it's Zulutina Singshayil, I don't know.
But Mr. Anonymous, you did a great job in Mina. Hi, guys. I was never gonna be able to translate that Zulu. It was too much for me, too deep. So congratulations. Let us applaud Mr. Anonymous because he actually helped out with this one. It's all his translation, it's all his work. So the lawyers are expected upon the case returning on the 2nd of October to produce the letter that will disagree with Zungu's testimony in court. It is alleged that the amount Zungu received to come and testify in court has also been revealed. Allegedly.
Yes.
Siyobona ngeyithum, Dagama, what will happen, because there's so many twists and turns. We can say something today and it's different tomorrow.
Yes.
So for now, what we do know is that the lawyers are expected to return on the 2nd of October and produce a letter that will disagree with what Zungu has testified. And allegedly the amount that he was paid to come and testify,
it is alleged to have been put in not in public, but maybe I don't know. We don't know whether there's an investigation that happened there, but apparently, as you can see, in Zulu they are saying sesivelile nesamba uzungu athengwe ngaso ukuthi ezofakaza enkantolo, meaning there's a certain amount that has been revealed that Zungu was actually given or received allegedly to come and testify in court.
And also, I came across Snakho's sister's post.
Yes.
Immediately after Zungu testified in court, she put this up on Facebook, you know, and it also is the similar thing that MC Menzisto has just posted. In fact, MC Menzisto's post is more detailed.
Yes.
It's more giving more information
and a breakdown, timelines.
At the time I couldn't really talk about it because I'm like, what if I'm putting this lady's life in danger? And when I go and look at Facebook, it seems like she only shared it with her friends on her page. But then some people managed to get a screenshot and a hold of it. And in there, I'm going to read the English version myself because Zulu child. She says, we still don't know how he died. Now Zungu is busy testifying about him in court. My sibling was named for the death of Senzo Meyiwa, but he was studying at Falaza, grade 11 in that year. Oh Jesus, you are still this Zungu police officer. Even if I die, I don't care. You have included us in this case. You are lying about my sibling. Okay? He was shot at Vosloorus. We don't know who shot him. But in court, he was not in Johannesburg during 2014. He doesn't even know Snakho, this police officer. He's a witness about him, yet he doesn't even know him. So I was shocked when I saw this.
Yeah.
But now that MC Menzisto went and found the entire story of what actually happened, it's kind of like, okay, even the sister, same story, nothing has changed. They don't know what happened to their brother. They don't know who shot their brother. To this day, they don't know who shot their brother. He was shot last year, in July the 8th. But however, the incident that Zungu was testifying about in court happened in 2017, not 2014. He was in grade 11 in 2014.
That's a point of departure. It happened in 2017. How could a person who saw people on the 2014 have known that this would be the case? This film is playing in reverse, basically. What happened, I don't know that movie that starts from the end until the beginning. So that's basically what we are seeing right now. This man, if anything, if there was no other shooting other than this shooting, this man testifies about something that happened in 2014, saying, I met these people in 2014. They called me and Gwabini, with the 5 accused. They said they would like to see me. And then I went there, we enjoyed. They even celebrated after the incident. So, but what is catching the eye right now is that here is a very well-written Zulu I'll say, not even investigation, research, because there was a consultation allegedly with the families and all that, and probably that's how Menzisto got this snippets of snapshot of this letter. So how would you have known that in 2017 Snakho would be shot through a revolver by Gwabini? That would be thrown in a river. From your conversation,
can we even say that you were there in 2014 on the?
Can we even say now that you did indeed visit those people in 2014? It does align, however, the story does align with others who are saying, I started meeting this person in 2017. I think it's accused number 1, right?
Yes.
That's when I saw this person, which is the person in the stand.
Number 1 said they saw them for the first time.
For the first time, 2018 actually.
While they were with Gwabini. 2018 for the first time. Yeah, now he says he saw them in 2014.
Now that leaves a lot of questions to everyone. If indeed this letter is anything, this admission hospital letter is anything to go by, should we believe the theory that we are given by the person who's in a stand? And obviously, this is a public opinion. In court, it plays in a different way.
In a different
They
manner.
could say that there was an error in writing of that letter. 2017 was written. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things that they can still twist and
things change there. And big things that we look at.
And additions are added on type statements. Anything can happen.
Anything can still happen. So big things that we think they are really big, the judge would, it's a day, it's a year.
It's just
a
an
year.
incident.
It can say that. Just a year. You could actually take that one out. Does it matter with this case? We're not dealing with Snakho's case. It could be. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that could be said about this case.
Can happen.
And we're just preparing your mind, because you might get excited and say, "Oh, actually, we caught
something."
And then next thing the judge said, "No. It could have been 2018 for all I care. It doesn't matter."
Yeah. What has it got to do with this? Now, another question, Mr. Anonymous, that I have. Gwabini. This is a criminal act that had just taken place. What if it's held on him to come and testify?
Look, I don't care. I'm not even going to try to twist and go to that direction. I don't want to. I'm not writing it off. But you see what that Butelezi guy did? If there's something that is troubling you, you could go on a stand and sing.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. But if you decide to play along, if there is something like that, if there was something like that, then you become an accomplice.
I will see on the 2nd of October. It's a week away. Yeah, we have one more week and we'll see. Guys, comment down below what you think about this revelation and what are your opinions based on it. And shout out to MC Menzisto.
Shout out to that guy. Shout out to your work, bruh. It's amazing. It's amazing. I guess it's a talent that you have.
Yes.
And you write, so you're a good storyteller. Please check his Facebook, check his YouTube. It deserves a lot of views than he's getting.
Thank you, guys, and until the next one, it's a bye from us.
Bye-bye.